Okay guys, here's the deal. Lately we've had some pretty serious shows, and for good reason. I mean, we're facing some pretty big problems right now. Now here's our dilemma. While these shows are very concerning, they aren't really specifically real estate driven, which is what most of us do for a living. So, do we stick to this, or do we turn a blind eye to it and concentrate just on real estate?
Before you answer, let me tell you why we went down this path.
Okay.
Like we said before, even though our topics lately have been government and debt driven, it does have an impact on real estate. I mean, the government now has their fingers embedded in our industry, so it's just not that black and white anymore.
Right.
You kind of have to worry about what they're doing because it can and it will affect our industry.
So, do we sit back and be reactive, or do we finally take a proactive approach? Well, again, that's on you. Everybody reaches their breaking point. It's just a matter of when. Now, I, for one, I don't take kindly to blind regulation in our industry, and if we're the only ones to fight it, so be it. Now, on that topic, RC asked me, can we switch gears this week? Can we have a motivational show? I thought about it for just a second, and no, we will not have a motivational show.
Well, we will, just not in the fashion that he was thinking.
Right.
We've never turned a blind eye to what's going on in this industry, and we're not going to start now. We can't just ignore the major problems we currently face and say, hey, look over here, be happy, go kick butt and sell and finance houses.
Now hear me on this, guys. I'm not saying you can't kick butt right now. I mean, look at our office. In the midst of all this craziness, we posted 3 or 4 consecutive record months and grown like crazy in the last 12 months. So again, hear me on this. Just because we're concerned about the future of our industry doesn't mean we slow down. Actually, quite the opposite. We figured out a way to set ourselves apart, and because of that, we've been posting some pretty good numbers.
So we say all of this to say this. Be concerned, share our topics with others, be different, set yourself apart, and go kill it in 2012. Now, staying true to our word, let's stay with the major topic of concern and sprinkle in a little bit of real estate good news. Let's do that.
Shall we?
Yeah.
So real quick, we wanted to share a couple quick links that support what we've been talking about. Now, why do we share these links? Well, we're realistic. We know that we're just the resource, and there's bigger and better and more reliable sources out there. So let's see what these guys are saying.
It just so happens that they continually echo what we say every week, so that's a really good sign.
Yes, it is.
Now, the first link below is to a story by Bloomberg that came out a week later than our last 2 shows that basically backs almost everything we said.
Kind of feels good to stay in front of these guys.
Yeah, anyways, they talk about the central bank's concern of the debt crisis and warn that, like we said, it could and most likely will spark a global financial downturn. Take a look for yourself and see what they have to say.
Now, if you don't like reading, go back to our show from 2 weeks ago, because it looks like they basically watched it and then wrote their article.
Anyways, one more link to share, and it's currently on our Facebook page. It's a video link of former budget director David Stockman, and he's talking about the fallout of the debt crisis. He also seconds what we've been saying. His comments, they're very interesting, and they should not be taken lightly. Take a look at it.
Now, we share these to be a valuable resource for you guys, but also to show that we aren't crazy kooks from the Northwest. Now, let's talk real estate. But before we do that, can I just say something real quick? When has it ever been best practice for a family that has lots of debt and facing tough times, i.e. America in 2008, to go out and spend beyond their means to correct their problem?
Never.
I know, exactly. I mean, America needed to go on a ramen noodle everyday type budget back in 2008, and we went on a caviar and wine spending spree that the world has never seen.
True.
I'm just saying, I don't get it. So let's end on a good note this week. As we talked about a while back, inventory is on the drop, and we said it could spark a buying frenzy for the last part of the year. Well, we're only a month later, and here we are, and the spree has already begun.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. Take a look at why the spree started so quickly. We know inventory was down, but not like this. It's down 42% in our backyard.
Yeah, check this out. Since May of 2011, inventory is way down. Now here's a few from the top 10. From the Dirty South at number 9, the ATL inventory has dropped 39%.
Phoenix at number 4 has dropped 44%, and get this, California rounds out the top 3, with Bakersfield down 48%, Fresno down 49%, and Oakland at number 1, it's down 56%. Now that's a huge fall in inventory.
It's pretty cool. Now, the fall in inventory has allowed sellers to inch up their listing price by 3.1% in just the last year. Now, that's pretty cool if you ask me. Now, the real question is, will this last, or is this just a blip in the radar? I don't know. Hey guys, before we leave, can we be real with you for just a second? We, the resource, would like to grow, but we don't have a large marketing budget, so we're going to need your help to do so.
Would you guys mind sending an email to your office mates? And in that email, you can say something like, hey, I watched the resource, it's pretty cool, and you should too. You know, something like that?
You know, that would go a long way for us. I mean, we're watching just about every state in the union, but we want to grow the old-fashioned way. So, you mind doing that? It'll go a long way. Either way, thanks for watching. See you guys next week. Subscribe up here for free, like and comment down there, and we'll see you next week, hopefully with some more good news.